kings and queens. Like today, we are going to talk about why 97%, 99, should I say 99? Well, I like 7, so I'm going to say why 97% relationship failed in America. Is it America or the whole wide world? Okay, so why 97% relationship failed in general, okay? So it's not about like what's going on or what's happening. Is it like the world that we are in? Because most of the time, like people seems to blame it on the time frame in the generation that we are in now. Okay, so I don't want us to do that, because I think that's like the wrong thing to do, to blame it on the generation that we are in right now. Okay, because like I feel as if starting a relationship or marriage, so why 97% marriage failed, and we are like 97% time going through a divorce in this time, in this lifetime, in this century. And just because of the foundation, okay? So I feel as if on the first date, you should be asking the person, what are they looking for? And that's like one of the things none of us do, because we feel as if it's too fast. We feel as if like the person is gonna feel some type of way about us. Don't worry about how the person is going to feel, you know, because at the end of the day, you are in it, the person is in it, and you are here for no jokes. You are here because you are looking for something, you are looking for someone, unless you're not. Hey, you know, because some people are just dating. But if you are looking for like being with someone, like want to be in a relationship, so I would say the very like first time the person takes you out, that's the time you need to start looking into like, is that the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? You know, is that Mr. Right? You know? So it's all about like, is this the person for you? Okay? And don't sit there like ignoring red flags. That's what like most of us do. Like all of us women, sometimes when we are looking, we just like ignore the red flags, thinking that like throughout like the time you are going to be with the person, you are going to fix it, or the person can turn into like whoever you want them to be. No, that's not how it works, and it's not going to happen. Okay, so it's always great to start from the beginning. If you are looking for someone, you are looking for something, just be specific about what you want, be specific about what you need, be specific about like that's what I want, that's what I need. That way, if the person is into the same thing that you need, it will work out, you know? And if the person is not, you just sit there in line pretending to be someone else, it's just not gonna work out. Okay, so I would say like, if you don't want like divorce in the future, because I know nobody wants to hear about that, just be whoever you are right now and whoever you are looking for in that person to take on with your life in the relationship. Because what some people do at the beginning, they just like start being fake about who they are. And most of the time it's like the narcissistic do that a whole lot. Why? Because they started being nice, they started being cute, they started being like, you know, like a little tender and all that. And once the relationship takes off, or after a while, they just start showing who they are. So you don't want to do that. So, and if you are doing that, don't think about the sacrifices you are going to make for the person. Don't think about like what you are going to do in the relationship. Just think about like what you want, you know, and think about like what the person wants. Just think about who you met before, and think about what the person asked for before, and take on from there, you know. So never just sit there and be like, you know what, that's what I want. You know what, like that's what's gonna happen. You know what? If it's not gonna happen, I'm just gonna walk away. Like, no, don't do that in the middle of it. Why? Because in the beginning, that's not what you showed. That's not what you asked for from the beginning. So I know, like, most, like, it's like we never can tell who we are with until we are like on the same roof with them, and we're like, oh my god, like, that's not the person I've known, that's not the person I married, that's not the person I wanted to be with. And then at this point, it's just like, you guys already signed, and it's like, you got married, and the whole time you never knew who you got married to. That's just so sad, because I mean, nobody wants that, but at the same time, that's what's happening. So we cannot just sit there and just ignore it, because it's happening, and we all like understand it and aware of it. And if we're not, I would just say we just want to just like ignore it, and I don't think that's the right thing to do. So I would say from the beginning, just make sure you let the person know who you are, what you want, what you're looking for, what you need, and what you don't need. Because if you are going to show it in the middle of the relationship, it's just not going to work out. And then you don't want to sit there acting like you are the victim, because I know people like that just played like the victim role their whole life. And I'm like, you don't have to do that, You are who you are. If it's like, let's say you're not going to sit there playing the victim role, then change, edit it. And then just because you were like a victim in your like past life, you don't have to sit there and keep playing that same role. Because as an actor, okay, you can always just change it. You can just say, you know what, I don't want to play that role anymore. I want to be someone else. I want to do something else. So it's the same thing with your life. So it's okay to say what you want to do and what you don't want, okay? So most of the time we're like, oh my God, I thought you were different. No, the person was never different. You just never took the time to figure out who you were dealing with, So take the time to figure out, who do you have? Who are you dealing with? Like, who's in your life, And it's okay. It's just okay to get to know the person. It's just okay to understand like a certain thing when you find out like who the person, like the true person, like the real person that you met, you thought. And once you find the real person out, it's okay to say, listen, I just thought that you were that type of guy. I just thought that you were that type of woman. But once I get to know you, once I know who you are right now, I figured that you're not the person that I married. You're not the person that I want to be with. You're not the person that you pretended to be. Because when we just sit there meeting someone and just like pretending to be someone that we are not, it's just gonna cause like, a disaster. So you don't want that, you definitely don't want that. So if you don't want a divorce, be real to yourself, be real to your partner. If you don't want a divorce, start from the beginning with like a strong foundation. If you don't want a divorce, just pretty much just let the person know who you are. Don't let the person find out who you are from someone else, It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work that way. So make sure the person understands who you are, and your past is your past. Okay, so there's nothing you can do about it. It's just that like it was supposed to happen, so it happened, and it's like, embrace it and be about it. It's like, just don't lie to the person that you are with, and also let the person knows what's going on with your life, that what's going on with your past, and this is who I was, this is who I am now. I'm a changed person. Because I'm telling you right now, if you let the person find out who you are from someone else, it's going to be a problem. Okay? So it's better off that you tell the person who you are yourself before someone else tell them. Okay? because your past was just your past. That's what they call the past, because there's nothing you can do about it.